what a beautiful day. Even the beautiful day, just a little bit of snow left over there at 67 degrees. Look up on the mountain up there. Just little bits of snow. You can't hardly see them. Of course, over on that side, all tons of snow. It's deep up there. Getting pretty deep down here, too. You know the most ridiculous thing I have heard in my life? There are people who are spreading the rumor that they think that I'm running for city council just to get an end to the Good Old Boy Network. How ridiculous. You know, from the day I came to town, and I was in broadcast journalism, which is different from what we do now at whitepinenews.com. When we came to town, we had to be very, very down the line. Very, very strict. No blind news items. Everything had to be sourced, and anything you reported, you had to be able to back up 110%. And because of that, I got a lot of people mad at me. George Chach hated my guts for the longest time because I wouldn't report things the way he wanted them. Jim Allworth hated me even more because I told both sides of the story. He didn't want both sides of a story reported. He just wanted his side reported, which amazingly is the way the newspaper reports things these days, isn't it? Well, all I can say is over the years, I think Mr. Chachis has a better handle as to why I do things the way I do. Come to think of it, I think Mr. Allworth does too, which is why he's scared to death. Ladies and gentlemen, I am not running for power. The only power I care about is what I can get out of my little transmitter over here. The only power I care about is what the people get when it comes out of their power lines. Only power I care about is the power that you wield and don't use. Didn't have to get to where it is now. Didn't have to at all. But the good old boys convinced you, we've been here all our lives. We know what's best for you. Isn't it sad? Isn't it just too sad to realize that you've allowed yourself to be hoodwinked? Now, I will say this, and I'll say it again. Ram DiCiano is a good man. But he's being used. He's a tool. And the simple fact of the matter that Ram DiCiano is being used in the manner that he is, that should say tons. I'm going to say something to you that none of the other three candidates will say to you. Mr. Chachis won't say this, Mr. Lee won't say this, Ms. Durbridge won't say this. I will say this to you. I don't care if you vote for me. Vote for me, vote for George, vote for Randy, vote for Gretchen, vote for anybody but Ram DiCiano. Ram should be retired. He's 83 years old. He's a wonderful man. He does a lot for his age. But Ram is being used as a tool of the Good Old Boy Network, including Mr. Allworth. How can you look at the decisions he's made that we've documented, that you'll see in the paper on Thursday? How can you justify voting for a man who either just flies in the face of logic, or even worse, just doesn't give a darn? I'm Wyatt Cox. I'm running for Ely City Council. I would appreciate your vote. But even if you don't want to vote for me, if you think I'm just wanting to become a tool of the mayor and City Hall and the special interests, then don't vote for me. Vote for Randy. Vote for Gretchen. My God, even vote for George if you want to vote for somebody who can't hold the office. But folks, the incumbents have got to go. The status quo has got to go. White Pine County is gaining population. Ely's losing population. That should say it all. Our CTX is falling because businesses are closing daily. If we, the people, don't take control of our city government, Ely becomes Hamilton. And I don't think a one of you wants that to happen.